everybody. Generally speaking, I consider myself to be more of a realist than a pessimist or an optimist. I like to think to myself, I'm honest about where I'm at, where my team's at and all the rest of it. So I'm going to be honest and say I wasn't expecting that result yesterday. Hoping for it, absolutely. Expecting it, not really. So pre-game, I was in the bricklayers with my mate Danny, and we both said if we get a draw out of this today, I'd probably take that. I'd probably take it because, you know, Arsenal losing and West Ham winning and all the rest of it. What we didn't want was to get absolutely trounced. And I think one of the things we did talk about was, depending on what sort of Man City turn up, you know, are they going to be really, really on it, or are they just going to, you know, be off the boil a little bit? Because we can be a bit of a bogey team for them. You know, we have had good results against them over the course of time. So yeah, I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting, hoping for, you know, a 0-0 draw or something like that. Now, when anyone was asking me, I'm going, yeah, 2-1, you know, Harry Kane's going to score, blah, blah, blah. But to be honest with you, I didn't think any of that for a minute, you know. So to come away with the 3 points at home against Man City, you know, the champions, you know, £100 million for Grealish, all that. Yeah, it feels fantastic. I mean, I have to say, I was absolutely buzzing last night on the way home. Got home at 11 o'clock. Got home at 11 o'clock last night, and it is now 6:15 in the morning to go off to work. So a bit of a long day, to be honest with you. But absolutely, what a game! You know, I really, really enjoyed it. I got into my new seat. My new season ticket seat, having moved from the North Stand to the South Stand, and it was absolutely perfect. The positioning of it, the view is amazing. So well happy with that. But what a game! You know that's what you want to know about. You know, so I thought we played really, really well. It didn't feel like we were under pressure at any point, which is, you know, unusual. I wasn't worried all through the game. I felt that we controlled it quite well. I don't think any player really let themselves down yesterday. I know a few people have talked about Bergwijn not being very good, which, to be honest with you, I didn't see it. I didn't see it like that. I thought he did all right. I thought he worked hard and everything. That one opportunity he had to make it 2-0, you know, that's a big miss. That's a big miss. But apart from that, I didn't think that lad did that badly. When I saw the team, I thought, oh, you know, this don't look a great team. But I have to say, all of the players worked their socks off, worked really, really hard. You know, Skip and Højbjerg together were immense. You know, marshalling that midfield, they did really, really well. Some great tackles going in there. Some of them, you know, with this referee, to be honest with you, I thought the referee was well biased at the start of the game. But to be fair, over the course of it, he actually sort of started to even out. But yeah, I was like, you know, let them sort of tackles go. We love to, you know, as fans, we love to see tackles going in, flying in, and that sort of stuff. But the way the game's going at the moment, you know, it's, you know, you can't touch them, and you know, all that, and you know, that's ridiculous. Especially when you've got someone like Grealish who falls down at everything, you know, most fouled player in the league and this, that and the other last season or whatever it was. And you could see that, you know, you could see that he was ready to go flying every time he got the ball, every time anyone was near him, which is a tad frustrating, I have to say, for a player of his ability to be going down as easy as he does. But I guess that's the modern game. A big shout out though to Japhet Tanganga. What a game he had yesterday. I thought he was immense, and you know, whoever's deciding, you know, let's send him out on loan, you know, to Galatasaray or whatever, really, you know, wind that back in a bit and have a think about that, because for me, as a right back, bearing in mind I think he generally plays as a centre back, as a right back he did a better job of that than Serge Aurier ever has, in my opinion. You know, I'd rather send bloody Serge Aurier at Galatasaray and keep Japhet Tanganga. You know, he's a great little player, and I've said that from the start. He got a standing ovation from the South Stand as he walked past, like having come off walking round. Really, really cool to see for a young lad like that. And he got he's one of our own singing to him, which I thought was a nice touch. And you could see he was, you know, that he appreciated that. He was, you know, he was quite appreciative as he walked round. So yeah, I thought we did. I thought he did really, really well. And so there's no real concerns. I mean, we were a little bit defensive, I think. But when you're playing a team like Man City, I think you've got to be defensive, because they are, you know, a great team. I got a little bit edgy when they brought De Bruyne on. I mean, you know, what a bench. You know, you can take off players and bring on players like De Bruyne. And De Bruyne did start to change the game. He was really on it. And you know, I thought, well, you know, maybe. But ultimately, the time's ticking down. Even if they score, it gives us a draw, which is, you know, what I was kind of thinking about, what I was banking on. So, you know, I was not worried as such. But yeah, I thought overall the team played really, really well. I was chuffed to see it. Like I say, defensively, yeah, but I'd accept that against teams like Man City. But I don't think any player has let themselves down. Delhi was strong, no flicks and tricks, just getting stuck in and you know, matching them with passion where we haven't got the abilities, you know. So overall, really good result. I have to say, atmosphere was banging. You could tell that people just desperately wanted to get back to football. You know, I went into LT's, which was rocking, absolutely rocking, and then I went down to the Bricklayers to meet my friend, and that was absolutely banging as well. So a great atmosphere around the ground and everything. Didn't have too much trouble getting in. You know, COVID pass thing was fine. Just had to show it to the stewards at the bottom of the stairs. Bit of a queue to actually get in, but I'm not sure why that was. Once I got there, didn't seem to be anything holding it up. May have just been, you know, the amount of people all turning up together. I don't know. But inside the ground, atmosphere was amazing. There was, you know, lots and lots of singing, lots of jumping about and stuff like that. It felt great to be back. Flags, great. Brought 5 of them home from my grandchildren. So yeah, that must have looked pretty good on the TV. So yeah, you know, nice to have a little memento to take home for the grandkids. And I think the last thing I just want to touch on is the Harry Kane thing. I don't think any of us really thought he was going to play anyway, but fans at the end singing "Are you watching Harry Kane?" I thought was actually quite funny. I thought actually, it's right, you know, as fans, you know, it feels like he's letting us down with his attitude until he comes out and says something to the contrary. You know, you got to think, well, he's probably staying, but the more he don't say enough, the more it just feels like you're mugging us off, I guess. And that's how fans feel, and fans let him know that. You know, yesterday where they were singing, you know, 2 or 3 occasions they were singing "Are you watching Harry Kane?" And I think it's not just about the result. I think it's about the passion of the supporters and the atmosphere and that kind of stuff that needs to remind him, you know, this is what this club is about. We are what this club's about, fans. You know, you might want to go away with a nice shiny trophy, but at the end of the day, so do we. You know, we want a big shiny trophy, mate. That's what we're here for. We probably want it more than anybody. So, you know, just a little reminder to him, you know, that Tottenham fans are there, you know. We want it. You know, we match your passion, we match your desire. It's upstairs where you've got to look. You know, it's upstairs where you've got to make that change. And around your teammates, they're the guys that you need to get on board. They're the guys that you need to be giving you the service to make you score the goals, right? So yeah, no, really good. Really good day overall. You know, long day. Left out home at 10 in the morning. Ended up getting home at 11 o'clock last night. So a long old day, but well worth it. Good to meet up with a couple of people again yesterday as well. So we look forward to the next one. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be at Watford because I'm going away on my holidays. But we'll be watching the game from afar and uploading after that. So anyway, up the Spurs.